Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. We have a lot of exciting stories to share with you, but first, let's dive into our top story. Russia's Black Sea coastal region has come under attack by drones, with damage reported to infrastructure at the Taman seaport and fuel tanks. The attack occurred overnight, with air defenses battling to repel Ukrainian UAVs throughout the night in the assault on the Krasnodar region of southern Russia. The governor of the region, Veniamin Kondratiev, reported that the heaviest damage was in the settlement of Volna in the Temeryuk district, where the Taman port is located. A fuel storage tank, warehouse facilities, and port terminals were struck. This attack comes as Russian and Ukrainian negotiators are expected to gather again in Geneva on Tuesday for peace talks, which will be led by the U.S. The meeting follows 2 rounds of talks since the New Year in the United Arab Emirates involving military officials from Ukraine and Russia, as well as U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, President Donald Trump's son-in-law. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has been ongoing for nearly 4 years, with both sides suffering significant losses. The international community has been calling for a peaceful resolution to the conflict, and these talks are seen as a step in that direction. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. What do you think about the current situation between Russia and Ukraine? Do you think these peace talks will be successful? Share your thoughts with us on social media using the hashtag Barbara's Bulletin. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into our second segment, where we explore a critical situation unfolding in Cuba. The island nation is facing an unprecedented crisis as the United States tightens its oil blockade, crippling the government's ability to earn foreign exchange. Now, let's take a closer look at the situation on the ground. The consequences of the U.S. oil blockade have arrived faster than anyone expected, with all 3 airlines flying tourists into Cuba from Canada suspending their services due to a lack of aviation fuel on the island. 2 Russian airlines have also followed suit, repatriating travelers and leaving many Cubans without a vital source of income. The Cuban government has been forced to take drastic measures, shutting universities, secondary schools, and non-essential state offices to preserve resources. Public transport has also been scaled back, making it difficult for people to get around. We've spoken to Cubans who are preparing for life without fuel, with some comparing the situation to the 1962 missile crisis. It's not just the economy that's being affected. The humanitarian impact is also significant. People with medical conditions, such as those undergoing chemotherapy or dialysis, are facing uncertainty as hospitals struggle to cope with the lack of resources. The UK Foreign Office has even adjusted its travel advice, recommending only essential travel to the island. As diplomats and foreign governments scramble to respond to the crisis, one thing is clear: the situation in Cuba is dire and requires urgent attention. We'll continue to monitor developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we urge all parties involved to prioritize the well-being of the Cuban people and work towards a peaceful resolution. The international community must come together to address this crisis and find a way to alleviate the suffering of those affected. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we close out today's show, we're taking a look at the latest developments in the Middle East, where tensions between Israel and Palestine continue to escalate. According to recent reports, Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 11 Palestinians in Gaza, with Palestinian officials citing ceasefire violations by Israel as the cause of the attacks. The Israeli military has stated that the strikes were a response to repeated violations of the October ceasefire agreement by Palestinian militant group Hamas. However, Hamas has denied these claims, accusing Israel of committing a massacre against displaced Palestinians. The situation remains complex and sensitive, with both sides trading blame for the violence. The United States has been working to broker a peace deal in the region, with President Trump's Board of Peace set to meet on February 19th to discuss a multi-billion-dollar reconstruction plan for Gaza and a UN-authorized stabilization force for the Palestinian enclave. The goal of this initiative is to bring stability and security to the region, but it remains to be seen whether it will be successful in achieving its objectives. As we consider the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, it's essential to approach the issue with nuance and understanding, recognizing the deeply held perspectives and concerns of all parties involved. By engaging in respectful and informed dialogue, we can work towards a more comprehensive understanding of this complex issue and its far-reaching implications. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.